Hey, it's Cara from Enchanted Vines, and today I'm going to show you how to make this big patriotic bow using our EZ Bowmaker. So let's go. All right, to make our big patriotic bow, we are going to be using our EZ Bowmaker. We're going to use a zip tie, but you could also use a heavier floral wire, or you can use chenille stems. And then we are going to use these ribbons. And these ribbons are on what's called a ribbon wrangler, and they are available at gardencharmboutique.com. And really it's for preventing them from like shifting around. You know how that goes. All right, so to start, I am going to pull this out and move it over here actually. And this is my new favorite thing at Walmart. They have these little map tacks, and I just use them to secure my ribbon because you know how hard it is to keep everything organized. Target also has some cute ones. All right, so this is going on a wreath. So I am going to measure this to be about, we're going to do 18-inch tails. Okay, and after I put it through my dowel, okay, I'm going to twist it so that the front side of our ribbon is now facing down. I'm going to measure 5 inches and then slide it back through the dowels. And what I like to do to make sure that I'm measuring it correctly is at that 5-inch mark, I like to just kind of press it down a little bit just so I know it's accurate, because once you do it correctly once, you don't have to keep doing it. All right, so as I slide this through the dowel, I'm again just going to take it and twist it. I struggled, well, I still do struggle with the EZ Bowmaker, but I really struggled with the EZ Bowmaker when I didn't realize that you have to really twist when you go in between the dowels, because I was having like very thick, like the center of my bows are very thick, and so it's kind of like messy. All right, so right now we have our 2 loops, okay, and let's do 6. All right, so again, we are going to flip this over, and how cute, I mean, really, there's no ugly side of this because the back side is red and white stripes, so super cute. All right, and so I'm going to repeat this so we have 6 loops every time, feeding it through the dowel, giving it a nice crisp twist, and then repeating. So these ribbons are from TMI Gifts. They have quite the selection. We're going to be doing, I believe, a patriotic wreath kit very soon, depending on when you're seeing this, but I'm excited for it. They have all the glittery things that just remind me of 4th of July as a kid. All right. So I'm sliding this back through. Twist, and this is my 6th loop. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed it through the dowel and create that 2nd tail. Okay, so right now I'm gonna just let it go. Okay, so it matches the length of my 1st tail. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Map tack, do your thing. All right, or not. Okay, there we go. All right, so this 2nd ribbon, and by the way, the first 2 are 2.5-inch wired ribbon. Those are my go-tos. Wired ribbon in general, you pretty much always want to use for, wreaths and mailbox swags and all that stuff. Not mailbox swags, lantern swags, mailboxes, because it can get smushed and then you can put it back into place. So this one is extremely structured, which I love. This means it's going to weather very well outdoors. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to make a tail that's like maybe 14 inches. And so I'm going to slide it through the dowel, putting the front part facing down. And I'm going to make, let's do 4 4-inch loops. So what's nice about the EZ Bowmaker is it's easy. It has all the measurements right here for you, so you're not fumbling and bumbling with rulers and all that stuff. So I'm going to measure 4 inches, feed it through, measure again, 4 inches, I'm gonna do that little press to make sure that I have measured correctly. Okay. 2 more. I love Patriotic ribbon. It pops so well. Like when you're using like those true red, white, and blue colors, like the cobalt blue, just, oh, I love it against a really vibrant red. So pretty. All right, so now we have our 4 loops, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure it out so it matches the other tail. Give that a cut. And then that was my zip tie. The last ribbon that we're gonna use is my favorite. A little on the pricey side, but it's worth it. It is definitely very much a designer ribbon. And I will show you why. So this is it 1? So this is 1 inch. Okay, but look at the back. Look how cute that is. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my zip tie before I forget. Okay, so we're gonna take our super cute ribbon and we're gonna just start it off the same way. Every time I'm starting it the same way with the tails going this way. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this through, twist it, and I'm gonna make a 4-inch loop again. So 1 4-inch loop. Second 4-inch loop. Let's do 4 of these, 'cause why not? This is super cute. And I have an idea. An idea has struck me. Okay, so we have our 4 loops. So again, I'm gonna measure it and make sure it matches the other tail. And now let's do this one backwards. I think that would be really cute. Okay, so now we're just flipping it around. Okay, and I'm going to measure out my tail. And I'm just gonna make a button, and button is just kind of like that, like center, like bubble loop. So I don't really measure it. It's probably about 3 inches. Okay, make sure my tails are even-ish. All right, so while I have it on the dowel, I am going to spread out the loops. I just feel like it's a little bit more malleable this way. Spreading them out. All right. So now there is a step that is not in all of the EZ Bowmaker manuals, but I call this step say a prayer because I do not want to let this go and have to start over. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm slowly going to lift this off the dowel, and basically I'm using my pointer finger and my thumb to hold that center in place. And then I'm also going to have my zip tie ready to go. Okay. Saying a prayer, saying a prayer. And then we're going to zip tie this as tight as it can go. Super, super tight. Okay. And now let's work on our tails, and then we're going to fluff up our loops. So we're going to dovetail the larger pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my ribbon in half, and then I'm going to cut up at an angle without losing a finger. Okay, repeat that for the next ribbon. Fold it in half, and I'm cutting up towards the fold, okay? So open edges are here. I'm folding it, and then I'm just cutting up. And what it's doing is it's cutting out this little triangle. If you should do it and it looks like the opposite, it just means you did it the opposite way. So you just need to flip it around. No big deal. And then for our last ribbons, this little detail is too special to not highlight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fold these. So I'm gonna do a little tiny fold, and then I'm gonna do a fold that's about an inch, okay? Because we want people to see the value in this ribbon, because there is such value. Okay, gonna repeat that. And make sure, since we have the striped side facing front, we're gonna have that. It's gonna look just the opposite. Super cute. Yes, so these ribbons are available at TMI Gifts. If you use promo code Cara20, you can save 20% off your entire order. And they have great deals, because I have seen some of these ribbons online in other stores and the pricing is not even close, and that's like before the discount. So they have a great ribbon selection and they're always changing it up. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through and I'm just gonna fluff up all of my loops. Okay, I'm just putting my fingers in each of the loops, my hands, and just spreading it out. Spreading it out. Bow making is one of those things, and I'm definitely a work in progress on the bow making. I will never ever deny that. But it's one of those things that can be a little bit frustrating, and you just gotta kind of like stick with it. Don't give up on your bow making if you're in that frustrated stage, because it's just like anything else. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the more your muscle memory kicks in, the less you're overthinking things, and it just feels good to kind of like conquer some of those things that, you know, seemed so impossible at first. All right, last loop. All right, so here is our Patriotic bow. And if you're part of our membership group, we are going to be putting this on our Patriotic wreath. If you are interested in learning more about our membership group, there is a link that I will put in the description. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.